Why was I rejected? Am I not good enough? Why did God allow this to happen to me? Does any of those questions resonate with you? As for me, I had allowed rejection to define my identity for so long until one day I said to myself, "Self, it is time to let rejection be your redirection." We have to allow what doesn't make sense sometimes to eventually make sense. Words become the meaning that we attach to them. For example, accepted and rejected are just words until we attach meaning to them. According to Merriam-Webster, accepted means given approval or favorable acceptance, while rejected means refused, denied, discarded. Today, my mission is simple. I'm here to give you a new perspective on rejection. I'm here to tell you that if you learn to accept rejection in a healthy way, it can become redirection, protection, and transformation. If you looked at my resume, you'd probably think that I couldn't hold a job for more than a year. Even though I've been told I am an excellent worker, I've even been offered supervisor roles, yet for the past 5 years, rejection kept showing up year after year, redirecting me each time until 2023, when I accepted a role at my current company. I was so miserable at my last job that I was even willing to take a pay cut just to leave. But things turned around unexpectedly after I joined the new company. They restructured and my salary doubled. The pivotal point of this redirection came when I lost my car. Without it, I couldn't do my job, which required traveling. But to my surprise, again, the company transitioned me into a work from home position. If I had not accepted that position a year earlier, I would have been in serious trouble. What I realized was that this redirection came as an answered prayer I had written 3 years earlier. I had asked to work for a company that valued me as a person, offered flexible hours, and would pay me more than I was making at my previous job. This redirection came all along as God's way of redirecting me to the best path that He had for me. Now, imagine me, this beautiful diamond as I am, standing at the altar with no husband to be found. That's exactly what would have happened if I didn't realize that rejection was for my protection. I had made a decision that I wouldn't date anyone unless they were serious about marriage. And for 3 years, I kept that promise until he came along, the man of God. Or so I thought he was. We were even about to start premarital counseling. But I prayed about it and I said, "God, if this isn't the right man for me, shut the door." 2 days after my birthday, he disappeared. Yep, just disappeared from my life, ghosted. And I get it, I could be the only one here experiencing supernatural drama in my life, coincidences. But I don't know what you are either praying or wishing for at this stage of your life. But if you've ever been rejected, refused, denied, misunderstood, just remember that rejection comes as a way for God to protect us from something that was never meant for us. At first, that situation hurt, but I realized that it was for my protection. And now I'm engaged to be married to someone even better for me. Now, I didn't know that I was a perfectionist until I started living on my own. On the outside, I seemed to be this easygoing person, a connector, someone who got along with everyone. But on the inside, I was struggling with rejection. From not growing up with my mother as a child to being disowned by my father and then homeless at a young age, I often felt like I belonged to the whole world except for myself. At the age of 18, my transformation journey began when I found my faith. From the age of 18 years old till 23, I went through some of the hardest years of my life, but it prepared me for 2024 when I would experience true transformation. Rejection turned me into a stronger person, and I realized that I didn't have to let it define me. I realized that rejection was the catalyst to transformation, pushing us towards becoming a better version of ourselves. So, am I saying that you should appreciate every rejection that comes your way? Not necessarily. Life be lifing, y'all. It will throw you the meanest right hooks. But I am saying you do not have to let rejection define you. Instead, you can embrace it as redirection, protection, and ultimately transformation. You may have been labeled rejected by people or circumstances around you. But over the next few weeks in this new series labeled Rejected, I'll share with you what each letter means and share with you what God says about you through them. I'm here to help you free yourself from the fear of rejection or the label rejected, so you can boldly say that there is a new boss in town and its name is accepted. With that being said, I'll see you next week as we dive into the R of rejected.